I really don't care what happens to her at all. I don't care. Like, everybody they tiptoe around with this social media. But what y'all don't get is that it be real consequence for y'all little flexes, y'all quick flexes for $300 that you need. It be consequences.
It was supposed to be just another fun celebrity event. Nothing too serious, just good vibes, happy faces, and a chance to give back. But the minute Iman Shumpert and Aaron Pierre showed up in the same space, the mood shifted. In front of cameras, kids, and fans, everything blew up. Aaron crossed a line that caught everyone off guard, and what should have been a peaceful day turned into a viral moment. Iman was left looking stunned, disrespected, and exposed. Teyana Taylor jumped in, clearly shaken, trying to stop things before they spiraled further. But by the time she stepped in, the damage had already been done. Everyone saw it. Everyone filmed it. And now, the internet has made sure no one forgets it. The day started like any other big celebrity charity event. Fancy banners, smiling faces, media buzzing all around. It was meant to be wholesome and family-friendly, full of joy and good energy. Tiana showed up looking relaxed, walking beside Aaron, who was clearly trying to keep it cool and confident for the cameras. Meanwhile, Iman showed up on his own, calm and focused, just wanting to support the kids like he usually does. But when both men found themselves near the stage at the same time, you could feel the air get thick. They didn't say a word, didn't even nod. But the eye contact they shared? It was enough to send a chill through the crowd. Everyone around them got quiet. It was that kind of tension where you just know something's coming, even if you don't know what. It all went left when Aaron grabbed a mic during a light-hearted crowd segment. He was cracking jokes, getting laughs from the audience, until one line shifted everything. He looked out and said, "Not everybody gets a second shot at being a real man," while turning his eyes directly toward Iman. That was the moment. You could hear gasps, and the crowd's laughter instantly died. Some people thought it was just a random comment, until they saw Iman freeze. His whole expression changed. One of the cameramen zoomed in on his face, capturing that exact second when the words hit. Iman didn't yell. He just stared. Tiana rushed up, placing her hand on Aaron's chest, whispering something quickly, her voice cracking. She was begging him to stop. But it was already too late. Iman didn't lose control, but he was right on the edge. He took a step forward, his body tight, breathing heavy, jaw clenched. He stared at Aaron like he wanted to say more but stopped himself. Witnesses say he muttered, "You think this makes you a man?" before turning away. He didn't look at Tiana. He didn't look at the crowd. He just left, quick, silent, but clearly hurting. That one moment said more than 1,000 words. To him, it wasn't just a personal attack. It was disrespect on the highest level, and it happened where everyone could see. And maybe that's what hurt the most, not just the words, but the fact that Aaron chose a mic and a crowd to deliver them. Tiana looked completely heartbroken in the aftermath of what happened. Those who were backstage described a scene that was far from glamorous or composed. She was visibly shaken, pacing back and forth, crying, trying to keep it together. Event staff reported her repeating the same thing over and over. "They're going to ruin everything I've tried to build." That one sentence spoke volumes. It revealed not just pain, but exhaustion, the emotional toll of trying so hard to maintain balance in a situation that was always walking a tightrope. She'd put so much effort into making her blended family life work, trying to create peace between her past and her present. She didn't want tension, didn't want lines drawn in the sand. But that night, in front of so many people, including cameras, fans, colleagues, and, most tragically, her children, that balance was shattered. She tried to intervene quietly, away from the crowd. Tiana reportedly attempted to speak to both Iman and Aaron in private, hoping to get through to them, to de-escalate the situation, maybe even repair some of the damage. But neither man wanted to hear it. Emotions were high, pride had taken over, and any attempt at peacekeeping fell on deaf ears. Friends close to her say that ever since the incident, she's been emotionally drained, quiet at home, withdrawn, not answering phone calls, not engaging in conversation. She's been keeping to herself, deeply affected by everything that unfolded so publicly and so painfully. Her social media presence, usually active and full of creative energy, suddenly went dark. No stories, no posts, no engagement, not even a reaction to the thousands of comments being left on her previous updates. Her team put out a brief statement, saying that she was taking time to think, but fans quickly filled in the blanks. Speculation exploded about what that silence really meant. Was she rethinking her relationship with Aaron? Was she considering stepping back from the public eye? Or worse, was she preparing for a legal fight with Iman over custody or co-parenting terms? The silence was deafening, and in the world of social media, silence often speaks louder than words. Online, the chaos unfolded at lightning speed. Videos of the incident were posted almost instantly, some raw, some edited with captions, slow motion, and even dramatic background music. One particularly viral tweet read, "Aaron just embarrassed Iman in front of his kids, and you're clapped." It captured a sentiment many were feeling, that the crowd's laughter during the moment wasn't just misguided, it was cruel. Another tweet that gained traction said, "You never bring your ex into your jokes when the father of the kids is watching. That's just low." It wasn't just a comment on disrespect, it was about the inappropriateness of public shade when children are watching, both literally and emotionally. Hashtags like #AaronOuterPocket, #TeamIman, and #MICDropDisrespect trended all night, and fans quickly divided into camps. Some argued Aaron was bold, standing his ground, asserting his place in Teyana's life. Others said he crossed a line, that he chose ego over empathy, drama over decency. Tiana herself wasn't spared from critique. Some people asked why she didn't step in sooner, why she didn't prevent the moment from happening at all. Others believed she was just caught in the middle, doing her best while two men let their emotions spiral out of control. But the internet didn't just react, it analyzed. People started forming their own theories, connecting dots, creating timelines. Some believed the entire thing was premeditated by Aaron, that he had the line ready, rehearsed, waiting for the moment to drop it in public and humiliate Iman. They suggested he wanted to shift the power dynamic, to draw a line in the sand about who had control in Teyana's life. Others believed it wasn't calculated at all, but rather a raw, jealous moment that boiled over. Jealousy not just over Teyana's past with Iman, but over Iman's continued presence in her life through their children. Some fans have started to speculate that Teyana, even if unintentionally, may have contributed to the growing tension between Iman and her new partner. Her efforts to create a peaceful, blended environment may have backfired. By including Aaron in family spaces while also maintaining Iman's strong presence in the children's lives, she may have blurred emotional and relational boundaries that were already fragile. What might have been an attempt at unity may have instead created quiet competition, confusion, and eventually, conflict. Navigating co-parenting while entering a new relationship is already complex, but doing so in the public eye adds an entirely different kind of pressure. Now, it seems those blurred lines have completely snapped. The recent gym confrontation and the very public fallout that followed have pushed the situation into new territory. Some believe that for Iman, this wasn't just an uncomfortable moment, it was a wake-up call. Close sources claim he's now seriously considering his legal options, potentially seeking more custody or pushing for clearer co-parenting agreements. It's no longer about bruised egos or emotional frustration. For Iman, it appears to be about structure, emotional safety for the kids, and re-establishing respect across all adult relationships involved. The gym incident may have been the trigger, but for Iman, it's likely about something deeper, protecting the stability he wants for his children. Public disrespect, blurred boundaries, and escalating tension are not things he's willing to overlook anymore. Fans think this could mark a shift, not just in custody terms, but in how this entire family dynamic functions moving forward. Whether that leads to court documents or new personal agreements, one thing is clear: something has changed, and there may be no going back to how things were before. Everyone's waiting to see what happens next, and the tension isn't dying down. If anything, it's rising. Fans are refreshing timelines, dissecting old interviews for signs of strain, and watching for the next move from any of the three. Public opinion shifts by the hour, and while some voices are loud and divisive, one message keeps resurfacing. What happened should never have happened, at least not in front of cameras, not in front of children, and not with the world watching. At its core, this wasn't just a moment of public awkwardness. It was much deeper than that. This was about pride. about masculinity, about identity, about what happens when complicated, unresolved emotions are dragged out into the spotlight for everyone to witness. Iman, for all the chaos, stayed composed. But was that composure built on strength, or was it simply silence developed through years of having to carry emotional pain without reacting? Aaron stood tall during the incident, but many wondered, did he come across as confident, or as petty and deeply insecure? Now, it's Tiana who's left with the fallout, holding the emotional weight of two men's egos colliding in public. Her heartbreak isn't just about what was said, it's about what was lost. The quiet peace she worked so hard to build is now fractured, and rebuilding it may take more than just time. It may take choices, hard ones. Choices that could affect relationships, custody, public image, and her children's emotional safety. And at the heart of all of this are the kids. They saw it. They were there. Maybe not directly in the spotlight, but close enough to witness the unraveling. And those moments stay. Those images stick. Because when adults fight to prove who's more man, who holds more ground, who's more loved or respected, it's often the children who carry the scars, quietly, deeply, and for a long time. What happened can't be undone. But what comes next can still be shaped. Whether it leads to healing, maturity, and growth, or more damage, depends on how the adults choose to move forward. And right now, everyone is watching, hoping the next chapter is better than the last. If you were Iman, would you have stayed calm, or would you have clapped back? Did Aaron cross the line, or was he just being real in the moment? Let us know what you think in the comments. Smash the like button if you believe public respect matters, and hit subscribe for more dramatic breakdowns like this one. Because sometimes, the loudest pain isn't from what's said, it's from who was listening when it happened.